Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Melissa Crafter, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how I made these custom epoxy free glittered pens. To make these I used Crystalacs Grande Finale 2.0 as my top coat, and I used Teckwrap vinyl to personalize them. In this video, I'll show you how I made these pens from start to finish. So that is something that you're interested in, please continue watching. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop them in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. So jumping right into it, these are the pens that I'm going to be using. They are the Ink Joy gel pens from the brand Papermate. I purchased these from Amazon. All of the products used in this video will be linked down below in the video description. You can find all of my Amazon favorites in my Amazon storefront, which is always linked in the video description as well. These are the pens that I always use to make my custom glittered pens. So the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to prep my pens. I'm going to begin by disassembling my pen. Each pen does have several parts to it, so you do want to be sure to save each part so that when you're done with the pen, you can easily put it back together. Each pen has 4 parts that you're going to have to remove. What I like to do is just store each part here in any kind of container that you might have. Here I'm just using a pen holder to just separate each individual part. You want to be sure not to misplace any of your pen parts. That way your pen can function properly once you reassemble it. So here I am just disassembling the rest of the pens and just storing each pen part accordingly. After removing each pen part, I'm going to go in with some pliers and remove the pen clips. What you want to do is just get a good grip of the pen clip and just tug back and forth, and it will come off easily. I'm going to go in and remove the pen clip for all of my pens. The next part of prepping the pens would be to sand them. You want to be sure that you properly sand your pens. That way all of the products that you're going to put on your pen would adhere on properly. You can sand with either a Dremel or just regular sanding paper. I usually go in and sand my entire pen using my Dremel just because it's a little bit easier to do it with the Dremel. But I'll also in this video show you how you can sand it with just regular sanding paper. Here is how you would sand it if you were using just regular sanding paper. It would be the same outcome. It's just a little bit more work when you're using just regular sanding paper. After sanding, I'm going to take my pens and I'm going to put them on these wooden dowels. I purchased these here from Dollar Tree, but I have also purchased them from Amazon. The Dollar Tree ones come in a pack of 10. The pens do slide off these wooden dowels a little bit, but to fix that, I just add a small piece of painter's tape on the edge of the wooden dowel. That helps to keep the pen on there snug so that it's not sliding off once you begin to coat your pens with your top coat. Next, I'm going to take my pens and I'm going to base paint them using Universal White from the Crystalac company. Again, all the materials used in this video will be linked down below in the video description. I'm going to add 1 coat of Universal White onto my pens as my base paint, and then I'm going to allow that to dry for 4 hours before I go ahead and glitter my pens. Now that my pens have dried, I'm going to go ahead and glitter them. All of the glitters that I'm using are from Sugar and Spice Glitter Co. This first one here is called Bailey. This one here is called Teacher's Pet. This next one is called Dream Big. And this last one is called Hot Girl Summer. To adhere my glitter, I'm going to be using glitter glue from the Crystalac company. Glitter glue is a clear adhesive that does have a 2-hour dry time in between each coat. To add my glitter glue onto my pens, I'm going to be using this brush here, which is also from Crystalac. And here I have all of my pens already on the wooden dowels ready to be glittered. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just add a little bit of glitter glue onto my pen and using my brush, just spreading it out evenly. After adding my glitter glue, I'm going to be adding each glitter color in the same order as they would be in an actual pencil. So here I'm just going to add each glitter color one by one until all of my glitters have been added. So I'm going to repeat these same steps to add the glitter to all of my pens off camera. After adding my glitter to all of my pens, I am going to allow them to dry for 2 hours before I go in and add my second coat of glitter. So here my pens have dried for 2 hours and I'm going to go in and add a second coat of glitter to make my glitter colors pop a little bit more. To add my second coat, I'm just going to add my glitter glue directly on top of that first coat of glitter and then just spread that out using my brush and then add my glitter directly on top. So here is my pen after that second coat of glitter. I'm going to repeat this and add a second coat to all of my pens off camera. And then I'm going to allow this coat of glitter to dry for 2 hours. So here my pens are fully dry from that second coat of glitter, and now I'm going to go ahead and seal up my glitter using Crystalacs glitter glue as well. The purpose of sealing my glitter with glitter glue is so that when I begin to add my coats of my top coat, I don't have any of the glitter moving around or falling off of my pen. To seal my glitter, all I'm doing is just adding another coat of my glitter glue directly on top of my glitter, and then I'm gonna allow this to dry for 2 hours. Again, I am going to repeat these same steps for all of my pens off camera. As my top coat, I'm going to be using Grande Finale 2.0 from the Crystalac company. Grande Finale is an epoxy-free, water-based, non-toxic top coat. Since it is non-toxic, you don't need any personal protective equipment when using it, and it is completely safe to use indoors. The only time that you would need a mask is when you're standing. Grande Finale does have a 2-hour dry time in between each coat. You can purchase Grande Finale at thecrystalacstore.com. I will have it linked down below in the video description. So here my pens are completely dry after sealing them with glitter glue, and I'm going to add my first coat of Grande Finale. To get my wooden dowels on my cup turner, all I did was use a regular foam cup insert and added 2 hair ties onto it, and that kept the wooden dowels in place. With Grande Finale, to achieve a glossy finish, you do need several thin coats, which are applied every 2 hours. So I'm going to go and add my first coat of Grande Finale onto my pens. I am going to do this while my turner is off. Once I get the coat of Grande Finale on each one of my pens, I'm going to go ahead and turn on my cup turner. You want to go in and add a nice thin even coat, just enough to where your entire pen is covered. You can apply Grande Finale with your hand or a brush, whichever you feel more comfortable with. Every coat of Grande Finale is added the same. You do want to be sure to allow that 2-hour dry time in between each coat. That way you don't run into any issues. Since each coat of Grande Finale is added the same, I don't record each coat that I give my pens. I simply continue adding coats of Grande Finale every 2 hours until my pens are smooth enough for my decal. You can go in and sand your pens every 3 to 4 coats of Grande Finale. That way you can achieve a smooth finish faster. So here, after my 4th coat of Grande Finale, I'm going in and sanding my pens. I am going to sand using 220 grit sanding paper, and I'm just going to give my pens a light sand. After sanding my pens, I'm just going to go and wipe them down using a lint-free cloth, and I'm going to put them back on my turner and continue coating with Grande Finale until I achieve a smooth finish. So here, after sanding my pens, I have brought them back inside and I put them back on my turner, and I'm going to continue adding coats of Grande Finale every 2 hours until I achieve a smooth finish. That's when I'll go in and add my decals. You don't want to add any decals onto your pens if they are still bumpy from the glitter. So while I continue to gloss up my pens, I'm going to begin working on my decal. Here is the vinyl that I'm going to be using. It is from Teckwrap. For my pens, I use Teckwrap's holographic vinyl, and I also use their glossy permanent vinyl. Teckwrap is my go-to vinyl brand, and I do have a discount code with Teckwrap. You can use promo code MelissaCrafter10 at checkout to save. I'll link the Teckwrap website down below in the video description, and I'll also put my discount code there. If you are looking for quality vinyl, definitely check out the Teckwrap website. There you'll find all type of vinyl from basic colors to specialty vinyl. So here I have my pens already smooth enough for my decals, and I did go ahead and cut my decals using my CRICUT Explore Air 2. The size that I did for the names to fit on these pens was 2.5 by 0.5. And the sizing that I did for these silver strips was 1.5 by 0.05. So now I'm going to go and add each name one by one. I am using Teckwrap matte transfer tape to transfer the decals onto my pens. I am first adding in all the names, and then I'm going in and adding the stripes on the silver glitter part of the pen. After adding my decals onto my pens, I'm going to put my pens back on my turner, and I'm going to continue adding coats of Grande Finale every 2 hours until I achieve a glossy finish. So here I have achieved the glossy finish that I'm going for, and now I'm going to go in and reassemble my pens. And here is how my pens turned out. These pens always turn out super cute and they sell really great if this is something that you've been wanting to add to your small shop. They also make great gifts if you are wanting to make these for your kids' teachers. That is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments. And if you aren't subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching.